No matter what the terrain, drones act as our eyes in the skies, unveiling hidden secrets. With each flight, they capture some eerie incidents, unexplainable figures, and even the most heartwarming sights. Get ready to dive into a world captured by our drones that no one would have believed if not filmed.
Gila sih. Parah.
While flying their drone over a dense forest, this group of friends spotted some houses and decided to check if someone still lived there. To their surprise, one of the homes was inhabited by someone, but they didn't seem normal. The drone saw peculiar figures moving back and forth like they were engaged in some sort of chant.
Nggak mungkin kemarin tuh waktu nggak ada dia.
Once they moved the camera closer for a better look, it was clear that there were two people involved in suspicious activities. Nothing else was known about who they were or what they were doing, making this encounter creepy in itself.
Jadi dia ini ya, kayak punya pemukiman sendiri atau gimana sih?
Nggak tahu.
Creepy cemetery. If you're planning on flying your drone over the cemetery, get ready to be greeted by the ghosts inhabiting these dark areas. A similar video surfaced on the internet in 2023, showing the aerial view of the graveyard. And in addition to the gravestones, it captured a ghostly figure sitting in one area. At first, it seems like some sort of a glitch in the device, but wait till this figure moves. It starts walking out of the frame, and then vanishes in the darkness. It's like it didn't want to be bothered by human activities. I don't know about you, but it looked like the ghost of an elderly woman still roaming on Earth. Black figure. Ever had one of those drone moments where you stumble upon something that makes you do a double take? Well, an operator was casually scanning some barren landscape with a drone, and out of a sudden, a black figure materialized in a shed and disappeared. It was like a mysterious humanoid creature that teleported there out of nowhere. The footage went viral, sparking a flurry of questions and theories. Two curious young explorers even ventured to the same spot, hoping to unravel the mystery. But it remained unsolved, with no answers on what or who it was.
Look at this. I think I've flown down here before. You guys have seen it in my videos.
Mysterious ritual.
Yo, it's like a little cult ritual or something.
What a big cult, man.
After hearing stories of haunted fields behind his house, this guy decided to fly his drone in the area to uncover the truth. And he got some shocking results. His camera captured three men dressed in all black, performing some sort of a ritual.
What are they doing, bro?
Even though many believe that there were just rumors, this drone footage gave all the residents a reason to rethink what they knew before. This creepy video was the first ever evidence of paranormal activities in the area. According to the rumors, these men were a part of a local cult. Video evidence of their activities made it easier for authorities to hold them accountable and catch them in the future.
What are they freaking going in circles and everything? What the hell's going on?
Odd kid.
Oh my god, there's like a thing right there. I'm so scared.
While Mike was searching the lush green areas, he had one objective: to capture the ever-famous clown he had always heard about roaming there. Within a few minutes of his search, he stumbled across something moving in the bushes. To his surprise, it was the actual killer clown. Now, it was obvious that this person did not want to be spotted, and definitely not by a drone. He tried hiding in the bushes, but seriously, who can escape the eyes of a flying device? The footage even got creepy at one point when he tried to take the drone down with his sword.
Oh my god! Oh, he almost took down my drone!
Eventually, after struggling to hide, he managed to vanish into the thick trees nearby, never to be seen again.
Oh my god, I'm gonna brighten up the camera. Give me 1 second, I'm sorry.
Alleged Bigfoot. While flying his drone over a snowy forest, this operator caught something straight out of a sci-fi movie. In addition to the typical green trees and white grounds, the camera picked a giant figure strolling through the forest. It seemed far bigger than any normal person, and its gait was too good to be of any bear. The drone operator insisted that he had captured a real-life Bigfoot.
Are you serious? What?
And even some viewers agreed with him. Considering how little we know of our world, there might be a slim chance of the mythical creature being alive. Demon of Ghost Town.
good idea to
Still be here. He's checking on his layers.
The idea of ghost towns and abandoned places might sound exciting, but exploring such places with a drone was not so promising for this YouTuber. He decided to explore an abandoned settlement along with his friends, and they all witnessed quite some rush when a person in a clown mask was seen roaming around with a sharp object in his hands. Once he found out that they were spying on him, the masked man even gave a creepy warning. This was enough for all the friends to know that it was time to leave. So they got their drone back and attempted to flee from the scene, with no answers and spooky footage.
Oh, dude, he just noticed us. He just noticed us. Yeah, I'm getting out of here.
Angry Eagle. Sometimes drone operators tend to forget they are not the only ones flying in the skies. Others rule the winds, like eagles. And here's a bird of prey that even managed to remind me who's the boss when it comes to flying. In another instance, while a filmmaker was recording a beautiful rocky terrain, his drone was hijacked by a curious eagle who took the gadget as a part of its collection. Due to their strong talons and impressive flying skills, experts even train them to capture any device that enters unauthorized areas. So, if you ever find an eagle in the sky, make sure you hide your drones. UFO sighting.
These make great exploration tools.
A drone expert was exploring the desert with his device and wanted to share how owning one can help almost anyone for various reasons. But in addition to the barren lands, his camera captured something far out of his league. Once he and his team reviewed the footage, they saw two spherical objects zooming across the scene. These objects were at high speeds and did not resemble any human-made aircraft, making them wonder if they captured something valuable. On another instance, a cameraman managed to film something other than the blue sky, as a similar object zoomed by at almost the speed of sound. Once it got quite some hype on the internet, experts decided to check if it was even true or not.
Once the object is visually gone, there's still a bit of a motion trail.
And their extensive testing came forward with the result that the object was indeed real and not edited.
That object is blurred so far based on how fast it's moving.
Creepy clown.
Someone right there!
Oh! Dude, they're by themselves too.
A group of friends had heard the news of creepy clown sightings from Rotary Park, Tennessee, and decided to check out what was going on in the area. They flew their drone over the park too. And just a few minutes into their mission, and they got their answer when they saw a clown roaming around with a balloon in its hand. Even though they knew it was just another guy exploring around in the area, it was still sketchy how he decided to dress up as a clown to go for a walk.
That's kind of weird.
In another instance, the same clown was spotted in a different area searching the forest for an unusual thing. Even the YouTuber could not figure out who exactly this clown was and what it wanted. But if you ever go out in the wild, make sure you stay away from eerie clowns in the area.
Where's this guy going? You see what I mean? They like to hide in these paths.
Satisfying avalanche.
And this is not a waterfall, but an avalanche.
Every avalanche is triggered by a snowflake, but what could trigger this one? A drone pilot was just hanging out in the mountains near Porto Bernie when suddenly an avalanche decided to make a grand entrance. Looked like he was in the right spot just in time. With lightning-fast reflexes, the pilot whipped out his trusty drone and hit record. What followed was pure magic, a mesmerizing display of Mother Nature's beauty as the avalanche cascaded down the mountainside like a waterfall. It was a reminder that even in the age of technology, nature still takes the spotlight with its awe-inspiring beauty and power.
Timing was just pure dumb luck.
Witch in Forest. The Black Hills Forest is famous for one eerie thing, the Blair Witch legend. According to it, the Blair Witch was exiled from the area and still haunts the place. So this person decided to fly his drone over the forest to check if he'd find something in the area. After searching for quite some time, the device recorded this creepy person roaming around with a broom in his hands. The owner of the drone even claimed that this was the actual Blair Witch caught red-handed in the forest. Whether this was the real witch or not, it was still quite chilling to find out that someone was searching the haunted woods dressed like the legend. Found in forest.
I just got to get obs on the... Get on the siren, get on the PA and tell them.
Let's hear a heartwarming tale from Australia. In the land of Oz, a 3-year-old boy vanished into the wild for 3 whole days. But fear not, our little hero wasn't alone. Hundreds of Aussies joined the force with the police to search for him. On the 3rd day, a police chopper swooped in to save the day and found him chilling near a creek in the woods. Our little lad survived 3 days just sipping on creek water like a true wilderness warrior. After a massive search party, the toddler was recovered with only a few rashes and ant bites, but the kid was back home safe and sound. Now that's what I call a little Aussie battler.
I went around with the police, and I don't know, it's a miracle.
Annoyed crocodile.
Crocodile vertical out of the water, clamping noise of a crocodile's jaws coming together.
A drone pilot from Australia learned a hard lesson when he decided to mess around with an angry crocodile. It was another normal day for him in Darwin, Australia, while his drone was buzzing above the tranquil lagoon, capturing some epic footage. All seemed well until an angry crocodile decided to crash the party. It shot out of the water, and with a snap of its powerful jaws, the crocodile sent the drone spiraling out of control. Now our poor pilot was left scratching his head, wondering how on earth he was going to explain this one to the boss. Luckily, after 14 days, they retrieved the drone and recovered the footage. Escaped prisoner.
Yo, he has his hands up.
Normally we talk about technology being negative, but in this instance, a group of friends managed to catch a fugitive with it. They were approached by the police to help them catch the prisoner who broke out of prison and used the drone to get him behind bars. According to the police reports, he managed to escape into the barren lands. Their camera instantly spotted the bright orange clothes in the otherwise dull environment. He could be seen laying low, just waiting to make his way out of the desert. Little did he know that he was captured on a high-tech drone. Once the group called the authorities, a cop was sent to bring him back.
At the base of the mountain, we have a drone above him looking at him. I think he took a car.
And a full dramatic scene unfolded when he tried to run away and was eventually arrested. There was really no way he could have escaped with this technology.
Oh my god, yo, he just got arrested.
Loneliest Man. This footage might solve the mystery of the lost tribes of the Amazon forest. A filmmaker found the loneliest man in the deep heart of the Amazon rainforest. He was believed to be the only surviving member of an isolated tribe. In the video, he can be seen chopping away at a tree with determination. Now, he was not your average person, as that strength is rarely possessed by an ordinary person. He was dressed in the attire of ancient indigenous tribes and looked like a relic from a bygone era. Angry Bigfoot. We might not have seen the video evidence of the mythical creature Bigfoot, but a drone captured something quite convincing about their existence. As the operator moved his device over the lush green forest, he saw one of the trees moving back and forth aggressively, as if something or someone was taking their anger out on it. Now, no matter how strong a person can be, there was no way they could have done something like that. Many viewers pointed out the possibility of a Bigfoot in the area, but since nothing could be seen clearly through the dense forest, we can't be sure about the culprit behind this odd video. Ghostly Night. A drone owner decided to fly his device above Berkeley Castle to capture its beauty. But little did he know he was about to record something truly chilling. His drone momentarily lost contact, only to return with a video of this ghostly figure of a knight mounted atop his horse, traversing the ancient courtyard. The sight left the owner questioning reality while he watched the spectral rider gallop through the castle's history-laden grounds, like it was trying to relive its time in the castle. Mythical Beast. Farmers near the Bolivian city of Aurora were having quite a tough time when they started losing their livestock to an unknown creature. Yet soon their fear of a predator came to life when a drone footage of fields came forward with a two-legged creature. It was unlike any normal animal that the people had seen before. Many even linked this drone footage to the mysterious abductions of cattle and claim that this two-legged creature was the culprit behind their loss. Some even went as far as calling it the Chupacabra. Even though people were going wild with their guesses, no solid claim was made about its identity. Alleged aliens.
A bright fireball streaked through the heavens.
One seemingly normal night, residents of Las Vegas saw a streak of light falling from the sky. And what followed that sighting definitely blew everyone's minds. At first, the object was believed to be a meteor, but a family claimed that they had seen alien figures and a mysterious object landing in their backyards. They even called 911, and in no time the police got to the site. Even though they were not so convinced, a proper investigation was carried out with no results. Now here's the twist. The object left a perfect circular pattern on the ground that could be seen only through the drone footage. This left a question mark on the possibility of alien existence, and whether those people were telling the truth about an invasion.
Noise and what sounds like a crash.
Search mission.
What we're seeing here is what appears to be a person in a prone position.
Rescue teams in Sauble Beach, Ontario, rushed out with their drone equipment to find a child when they received a call about it going missing for quite some time. By using high-technology drones with infrared cameras, the rescue team managed to find the child close to the waterline, lying deep within the dense trees. After a close collaboration between on-ground teams and guidance from drones in the air, the kid was returned to his mother safe and sound.
We're bringing him out. He appears to be in good condition, but I want to get him checked.
Cattle herding. Believe it or not, but this is actually a whole family of sheep being herded in one place. The tiring work is mostly carried out by one person and a group of responsible dogs that guide the animals to one spot safe and sound. This even looks like the perfect footage one can watch to get relaxed after a long day. A shepherd even got creative and made a giant smiley face while herding his cows and managed to capture it on the drone. These devices can surely make the most interesting footage when used right.
This is perfect. Look at that.
Nightmare.
A police drone gave us a bird's eye view of an unusual scene at a Target store.
Puzzled employees of Target store suspected that someone had entered their area and were having a tough time finding out where the intruder was. Once they reported their problem to the police, they came in with a modern solution. The team brought their drone and started searching the area. In just a few short minutes, the culprit was found sleeping on top of the shelves. Once he woke up to the sound of the device buzzing, he tried throwing pillows at it to escape, but there was no way he could do that in the presence of some trained professionals and an efficient drone. The intruder was held accountable for his actions once caught by the police.
Amongst the red carts and Target backstock, the unnamed man was taken into custody.
Angry ram. Here's a video that'll make you think twice before disturbing a ram during lunchtime. This man went on a wild chase with his drone, hoping to catch a glimpse of the infamous angry ram. With his trusty gadget, he located the animal munching on leaves. At first, the goat was all curious about what was buzzing on its head. But once it realized it was being interrupted mid-lunch, all hell broke loose. With a mighty headbutt, the ram sent the drone to the ground, leaving it out cold. And just when the owner thought he was safe to retrieve his fallen gadget, the angry animal decided to teach him a lesson about personal space. Unidentified person. As a drone buzzed over the barren desert near the Baringo Lake Pog border of Kenya, it stumbled upon a shadowy figure traversing the arid landscape. He zoomed in for a closer look, revealing a man who seemed to be guarding that place, and was caught by the sudden intrusion. He initially glared at the drone with suspicion before realizing he was being watched. With a menacing glare, he aimed at the hovering device, but soon abandoned his pointless attempt and opted for a swift retreat into the cover of the bushes. The drone surely made him believe he was being watched the whole time. Life in the Dead Sea. We all know that the Dead Sea has so much salt in it that no life prevails in the area. Still, here is a tree that stands alone in the heart of the Dead Sea, defying every expectation. But this could not be done without some human intervention. The tree was planted there by a local artist. Each day he paddleboards out to the tree and puts mud around it for nutrients. Many believe it is an art installation, possibly to shed light on the fact that the Dead Sea is slowly ending because its shoreline recedes every year. Crazy surfing.
Machine that creates waves designed for surfing.
If you love surfing but are not really a beach person, then this man-made lake is perfect for you. This artificial surfing paradise in Queensland, Australia is a dream come true for surfers of all levels. The authorities did a clever trick here by installing a giant object in the middle of the lake that moves to create waves of 5 different types. No one could even think about surfing in a lake before this innovative idea was brought to life. So if you ever wish to go surfing and control the waves, the largest surfing lagoon is the perfect spot for it. Whale birth.
I've never been that close in time to see something like this.
Have you ever witnessed a whale birth? If not, have a look at one. Recently, a researcher named Lars captured some jaw-dropping footage of a whale birth, and it was making waves. Lars, the director of the Mammal Research Center at the University of Hawaii, has been studying whales for over 25 years. In a stroke of luck, he managed to get up close and personal with the miraculous sight of a newborn whale just 20 to 30 minutes after its birth. The footage was taken between Maui and the Nadi and provided valuable insights into whale health and migration patterns, shedding light on the impact of climate change. Indeed, it was a whale of a tale. StarShaped Fort. If you ever get to visit Fort Bortang, it might seem like an ordinary place at first, but an aerial view will show you why it is so special. The drone footage shows a prominent star shape of the whole area, and it makes one wonder why it has a distinctive form. Well, the secret lies in ancient warfare. The star-shaped marvel nestled in the Netherlands was crafted to block a crucial road from invaders. Its angles and bastions were a game changer in battles, letting defenders cover more ground and stand strong against cannon blasts. Massive sinkhole.
To explain, a hole in the backyard.
A retired couple in Queensland, Australia was enjoying their free time when nature brought a striking surprise to them. As they stepped in their backyard, they saw the ground completely vanishing from one spot and filled with water. It was like God decided to give them their personal swimming pool to enjoy their time. Even though it sounds like a nice plan, the concerning thing was that it kept growing in size and was filled with underground water. Even authorities stepped in to help the couple tackle the situation and were trying their best to get a hold of the situation as soon as possible. Self-defense. Drones have helped in several different rescues and even recorded them. But in one bizarre incident, a drone captured its rescue at the last second. While its owner was recording the beautiful waves in a lighthouse, the drone somehow lost connection with its controller and started coming down to an ultimate demise. The owner can be seen running from a distance and even risked his own self by jumping in the water. Luckily, he managed to catch the beloved device just seconds before it touched the water. Some of these devices are not waterproof, so being just a little bit late could have cost this guy a heavy price. Hardworking Family. A drone captured a serene mountain landscape with a mother bear patiently awaiting her adventurous cub at the summit. The little bear, determined but inexperienced, struggled against the snowy slope, slipping and sliding with each attempt. Despite the challenges, our tiny hero persevered, driven by the desire to reunite with his mother. With each slip, it picked itself up and tried again. Finally, after a series of heart-stopping moments, the cub conquered the summit and was greeted by the loving embrace of its proud mother. And off they go, bounding across the hill as if they've conquered Mount Everest itself. Thousands of sea turtles. A researcher's drone was hovering over the stunning coastline of Queensland, Australia, when it captured a mesmerizing sight of a sea teeming with turtles. According to researchers, this was a modest gathering of these critters. It turned out to be a bustling gathering of hundreds, not just thousands, of these magnificent turtles. It was like a scene straight out of a fairy tale, only this time it was real life. Before the advent of drone technology, scientists used to mark the turtles with non-toxic paints. But now, thanks to those high-tech gadgets, that hassle is turned into a smooth stroll over the ocean. "1,000-year-old village."
And knew there were homes from Pueblo ancestors in an area now called Blue Jay.
On April 15th, archaeologists used a small remote-controlled drone decked out with thermotech to explore the desert of New Mexico, and they stumbled upon something jaw-dropping beneath the desert sands. They discovered the remains of a 1,000-year-old village nestled in the northwestern part of the state. Scientists who've been eyeing the landscape south of Choca Canyon for quite some time knew there were traces of homes belonging to the Pueblo ancestors in an area known as Blue Jay. Discovering everything from rooms to ceremonial spots was like hitting the archaeological jackpot. Thanks to this high-tech gadgetry, what would have taken ages to uncover was unearthed in a matter of days.
We were able to find rooms. We think we may have been able to find, as I mentioned before,
Pink Lake. I know you might be thinking that someone dropped a huge container of pink balls here, but trust me, these are none other than the flamingos gathered around in Lake Nakuru in Kenya. Flamingos are social birds and are often seen flying in pairs of a minimum of 2 and a maximum of thousands, moving from one place to another. Normally, these birds move from Kazakhstan to the southern shores of the Caspian Sea for better survival. Shark feeding frenzy. A drone view of the Hamptons revealed a scene straight out of a shark documentary. Thousands upon thousands of fish were throwing the ultimate underwater bash, until the sharks crashed the party. It was a feeding frenzy like no other, with sleek predators gliding through the water, while the fish scrambled to evade becoming lunch. The sharks moved with precision, weaving between the masses of fish, and created a game of predator and prey. It was like nature's version of a high-stakes game of tag. From this feeding frenzy, one thing has become clear to us. In the oceans, survival is the name of just a game. Missing dog. Now this tale will make you believe in miracles. Meadow, the adventurous golden retriever, went missing in the dense forest of Andes, New York. Days turned into weeks and hope started to fade for the small-town residents. But then entered Brian Afflixo, the drone-wielding hero. Armed with this trusty drone and a heart full of determination, Brian took on the mission to find the lost Meadow. After a quick flyover, he spotted a white speck between the trees. Could it be Meadow? With a GPS pin dropped and adrenaline pumping, Brian ventured deep into the bush and rescued Meadow from her forest escapade.
Meadow's going home. Yeah.
It was a race against time, but with Brian on the case, there was hope on the horizon for this missing pup. Orca Rescue. In 2019, a drone caught the action-packed scene of rescue teams and good-hearted volunteers rushing to save a stranded orca off the coast of Argentina. The whale was one of 7 stuck on the beach in Mar Chiquita and had everyone on edge. City workers, firefighters, and marine experts teamed up and managed to rescue 6 of the stranded mammals, but sadly, they couldn't save one. Now everyone was wondering why these majestic creatures got stranded in the first place. So scientists are working on it. Let's hope for the best. But hey, it was not all gloom and doom. Once those orcas were back in the water, they were over the moon to be home again. Dog rescue. Who knew that a combination of a drone and a simple sausage could be effectively used to rescue a dog? Some quick-thinking people noticed a white dog stuck on the mudflats in New Hampshire. And as it was a bit risky for anyone to go there, the rescuers decided to tie a sausage to the drone and lure it away from the muddy patch. Luckily, the dog canine was smart enough to take the bait and was guided to a safer space. She was eventually taken care of by some volunteers and got home safe and sound. Dozens of manatees. Tourists visiting the Satellite Beach in Florida got to experience a truly breathtaking sight when the lake got filled with hundreds of manatees. Some were even lucky enough to capture the intriguing sight on their drones. At first, all the visitors were quite confused to see them all in one place. But the secret behind this unique get-together lies in one simple thing: their annual migration. These animals need warm waters to survive, so they move to Florida in November and then go back to their habitats in March when the cold is gone. Revolving Ice Disc. Drone footage over the Pre-Sumpscot River baffled its viewers, as it almost looked like the moon had landed in the water. The perfectly round object had an undying resemblance with the moon, but it was a giant 100-meter ice disc that was rotating in a counterclockwise direction. According to scientists, these sheets of ice rarely occur in nature. Here's how they're created. A combination of river currents and water temperature work together to craft these magical scenes. When the river water freezes, small pieces of ice clump together and spin, gradually forming a large circular disc. It's time for today's open discussion.
What the f***?
In 2016, a video shot with a drone at the CERN Geneva campus took everyone by surprise, as it showed some seriously suspicious activity taking place in the area. It looked like some creepy people in big black robes had gathered around to perform a human sacrifice to their gods. All of this was taking place in front of a giant statue, with a girl lying in one place and everyone else chanting something. Once the video went viral, the viewers started raising questions about what was going on behind closed doors. The authorities later claimed that this was just a mock practice, and no one was ready to believe them. Some even speculated that this was a desperate attempt to try to cover up their suspicious activities. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.